Go time? Go time.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Peter and Miles pod. Coming at you today with some more Spidey 4 exclusive news from Alex Perez, Studio Insider, RJ's best friend and my worst enemy.
What?
But I do not like these scoopers. That has been made clear, but it's still something to talk about. So we're going to talk about it today in the pod. RJ, how you doing?
I'm doing great on this fine Tuesday evening. What time is it? Yeah, evening. Yeah. What about you?
Good. I'm doing great. You know, it's pumpkin season back at Dunkin' starting tomorrow. Christmas is right around the corner. Spidey 4 is knee deep into filming. All is right in the world right now.
Hold on. Did you just say Christmas is around the corner? And
It is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is a short 4 months away. 4 months away. That's nothing.
October. Then you can say it's around the corner.
Listen, man, you're gonna blink, and we're gonna be in December, and we're gonna get our first official Brand New Day teaser, and it's gonna be a Merry Christmas. So
I just blinked and we're still in August.
A couple more, we'll get there. Anyways, how you feeling about? I mean, we talked about this in previous episodes, but a lot of new details has been uncovered from Brand New Day, apart from this Q&A that we're going to talk about. How you feeling about just the overall scope of what we're going to see in Brand New Day? Because I'm excited. I know you're excited, but give me some more. Give me some more deets.
I'm excited, but I still have questions. But I think that's a good thing that we don't know a lot. We know the basic stuff about this film regarding Tom's Peter Parker, but we don't know who. We still don't know who the main villain is. We still don't know who Sadie Sink is playing. We don't know how does Hulk and Punisher factor into this story.
Yep.
So I'm glad that we don't know a lot about this film, because as much as I missed the No Way Home era, we knew a lot before we even saw the movie. We knew basic plot details and plot points, a lot of leakers, and stuff like that. So I think Sony and Marvel have learned from that. Now, I still think that they did some purposeful stuff for No Way Home a little bit, but I think they've learned from that, and they want to keep things close to chest with this film. So it's a good thing, but I'm excited.
Yeah, and now before we even I just remembered before we even dive into the Q&A, you and I both saw the latest Spider-Man project that has been released in...
Not the latest, but
that's the latest. That's the most recent.
No, but it's the most recent. It came out this year, right? Yeah,
it came out in January of this year. It's the most recent Spider-Man property. We're of course talking about.
It did come out this year.
Yeah, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, the newest animated series. I had realized that. So I basically, long story short, I saw the voice actor for this version's Peter at a Comic-Con a couple weeks ago, Hudson Thames, and I was just like, oh shoot, I never finished that show properly. I should probably watch it. I know you said you watched it and you were kind of iffy on it, but then I watched it without getting on a call with you or any of the other boys. I wanted to be zoned in, focused on it, and I loved it. And I was like, RJ, you got to give this show another chance, and you did as well. And you thought a little more highly of it. We still think that I like it more, but
yeah, you did.
It's a solid little show. I think it's the best thing we've seen since Spectacular Spider-Man in terms of the Spider-Man shows.
Well, that's not a high bar, to be fair, because we came from old, but I do agree. I wholeheartedly agree. But it's a solid show. It's a good, fun time, and I would like to see if they could work this iteration of Spider-Man into like the next Spider-Verse movie. I kind of like that to see if they could do that. But I enjoyed. I had a lot more fun watching it this time. I think the issue is that it's a lot jarring. Not a lot, but it's like it can be a bit jarring how different it is. Like there's no Mary Jane. There's no like that typical Harry or Ned type of best friend. Like it's a different take, and it's fresh though. I can appreciate that it's fresh, and I do like that. I think once you get past that, you'll enjoy it a lot more, and you like understand it's a different take. It's something fresh and it's new, and you have to keep doing that if you want to keep making iterations of these characters. So I appreciated that. I do think that Lonnie is the best character. It's the first Spider-Man project where I think that Spider-Man isn't the best character. He's the second best. And I think Lonnie is the best character.
He's good.
But no, he's so good. Like he's a good like character in this show.
He's very human. He's a guy who cares about his family more than himself, and he's willing to, spoilers if you haven't seen it, and he's willing to sacrifice his own future. He's a he's a high school football star destined to be a great athlete. He sacrifices, and he's a smart kid. He's actually good at science, and he sacrifices his entire future to save his brother at his own future's expense, and falls into, I forget what the gang's called, but into the gang that ultimately results in him becoming Tombstone. And it's sad seeing his descent, even though towards the end of the season he was still a good guy. But in the next seasons it's only going to get darker and darker for him. And for the comic book purists, you're going to have some gripes with this show. But when this show does go back to its roots, it does it super well. And I applaud it for that. And they distanced themselves from the traditional origin story.
It did,
Which at first I was like, I don't like this, but then I'm like, okay, like you said, they're doing something different, so I'm okay with it. And I tell you what, this show did a great job of hooking you in, especially towards the mid-season with that first battle in Scorpion. That's when I got hooked in, and I was like, whoa. Yeah. And this show is grittier and darker than probably
any of the animated shows. That is like, as far as animated shows, I was texting you, I was like, damn, wow, they actually kind of pushed the rating, because I was like, this is like supposed to be like Spider-Man. Yeah, he's a kid-friendly character, but he's a character that's for all audiences. Like he's for a general audience. Like it doesn't matter. Like all ages can watch him. But animated series though, like it's aimed to target audiences, kids. But when that fight with Scorpion, he almost dies, and like they pushed the boundaries a little. They pushed they pushed the rating a little bit. Like I was like, wow, Spider-Man got stabbed in an animated TV show. I'm not expecting that, but
and like in the 90s series, they didn't even have the criminals using guns. They were using blasters.
And also, like Spider-Man in that show couldn't throw a punch. Like he wasn't. I believe they didn't allow him to throw the character didn't throw a punch.
That is right. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So they really had to get creative with that. And in this show, it's completely different. They had a guy get killed on screen. Granted, they showed him get stabbed. They didn't show him getting stabbed, but if you're not an idiot, he got stabbed and died. Spider-Man got stabbed, and they even throw some cuss words in there. Granted, it's just like an ass here and there, but still, that's cuss words in an animated show geared towards more kids. Which is, I was, when I first watched it, I was like, did I hear that right? He just said ass. Damn.
Yeah. Then, like, what I like is that after that first fight, Peter, like, he like doesn't know, like, he doubts himself a little bit because he almost died, and basically he's like, and I think like they do something that's like Spider-Man's not really a fearful character. He doesn't fear Scorpion, but like. That the episode 9 where like the gang fight is about to happen, and then like he's seeing him across from him, it's almost, and he's like saying, "You got this, you got you." Like he's like, "You got this, you got this, you got this." Like he's saying, he's like repeating it to himself. Like I think the only time that we see Peter like kind of like fearful of something is like when he's just now getting his powers and he's testing the waters of his powers. Like but the only time I can really think of him being scared in costume is when Tom in Homecoming is like on top of like the and like in Washington, like the building, he's like, oh god, oh god, oh god. Like,
Yeah.
like, right.
It's not like a threat, like a physical threat that he's scared of.
Like he didn't. Now, some people, some comic book purists, like you said, are not gonna like that because he doesn't. But I think people miss the point. He's not scared of Scorpion. He's scared of losing to Scorpion again. That's what it is. Like that's what I think that they were aiming for. But then
letting down Norman.
Yeah. Yeah, he whooped Scorpion's ass. He's like, I'm sorry. It is so satisfying when any interpretation of Spider-Man, when they get the upper hand on a villain that has caused them so much shit, whether it's a TV show or a film, and they whoop their ass. Because he had him in episode, I believe it was 7, right? When they fought?
Yeah.
The first time? He had him. If it wasn't for, like, Scorpion, to be fair, it's Norman's fault why he almost died. But if it wasn't for Scorpion cutting off that block to hold the building up, and then, like, Peter, like, holds it, like, all Peter had to do was, like, look out, and, like, because he had Scorpion down and beat. So that's kind of like the cool thing. They still give Spider-Man, like, his feats, but, like, it was, like, a damn near, like, death situation for him in that.
Yeah. It was, I absolutely, I was loving it. Every episode, I was just like, on to the next one, on to the next one. I was just craving more. But I got high hopes. I think this show, it still goes this trajectory and it's still this good. I do not consider it a hot take to say this has potential to be the greatest animated Spider-Man show we've ever seen.
Yeah.
There is a chance because, you know, Spectacular only had 2 seasons. All right, I'm talking to you people now. Spectacular Spider-Man only had 2 seasons, and it was ended abruptly. And then the animated series, it had 4 seasons, but then it was ended kind of abruptly. So if this show could get a good amount of seasons and to tell the story and have a meaningful ending without getting canceled, I think it's no problem at all. This could be the best Spider-Man show we've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, because I was just telling the people, RJ, you know, Spectacular, it only had 2 seasons. Yes, the seasons were great. It only had 2 seasons.
Yeah.
The animated series, it had 4 seasons, and it told some great stories in those 4 seasons, but it kind of ended on a cliffhanger, and it had to get concluded in a comic run just recently. So I feel like if this can stand the test of time, tell a meaningful story, and have get its satisfying conclusion to where they want to stop it, I think they'll have it in the bag.
Okay.
All that has to go the way I'm thinking it will.
I think that it could be. I know Danny's gonna hate me saying this.
He ain't even a Spider-Man fan. Stick to your Batman animated series.
Okay, but I don't think it'll be like more iconic than like the original.
Right.
But from a writing standpoint, I think it could be better. Spectacular. You know, I'm a big fan of Spectacular Spider-Man. I love how Josh Keaton. I was rewatching it the other day, man. I might have to change my ranking on like the Spider-Man actors because he is so freaking good. Like
we can do an updated ranking.
He has the thing is though I'll play Spider-Man PS4 and Yuri will be back on number 2. Like that's the thing. 2 is interchangeable between Yuri and Josh Keaton. I'm gonna be real because I was rewatching one of my favorite episodes in like any of the Spider-Man. Like it is my favorite episode of any Spider-Man animated series. It's Nature versus Nurture. It's with Venom.
Yep, I remember you telling me that when I watched the first.
I freaking love that episode, dude. It's like when Aunt May's home, and he's like Peter's in his suit, and Eddie knows that he's Spider-Man, and then like he goes to his house, and he grabs out the window, and they're fighting in like the backyard and stuff, and then like Venom goes like they have like a parade. I think it's like a Thanksgiving parade, and he captures Gwen, and Peter has to save her and stuff, and Flash gets involved and MJ gets involved, and they end up saving her but Josh Keaton, how he voices Spider-Man in that episode is so good because he has the angst. Like he tells Venom, "Shut up!" Like he says, "Shut up!" and that's like my favorite. Like when it comes like voicing, and that's what I want from Tom and Brand New Day. I want him to have like that, have him quip and have him sound like Peter, but I want that angst when he gets angry. I want have the angst. I think Josh Keaton and Yuri have captured that like the best as far as voicing like the angst and stuff, and Tom as well. But like as far as like animated, there's voice acting. Those two like just captured like that angst. Like, shut up! Like it is like when he gets angry, I freaking love that shit, man.
When I think of the angst that you're talking about, I immediately go back to Goblin when he's got like the blade out and he grazes Tom a little bit, and then you hear that.
Yeah. No, I rewatch that fight like once a week. Like, dude, I love that, bro. When remember the other day, I was telling you like when I watched in the theater, I was like just freaking nerding out because he is trying to kill that son of a bitch because like he flips him. He does like a freaking WWE movie. Like he gets him, gets in the air, throws him to the ground.
The last ride.
Yeah, and then like the beginning of the fight, he has him on the ground and he goes up in the air. He jumps up and then he's trying to land a punch. If he lands that punch, it's splat, dude. It's like It is done for Norman. Like, oh man.
That's so good. We gotta do a ranking of the fights too, of like not even just final battles, but just bouts where Spider-Man's throwing hands in just all of media.
Yeah, we should. That could be our next. We haven't done a ranking in a while.
Yeah, I think that we should do that next.
Yeah, we have to do that next. But back to your Flying Neighborhood Spider-Man. I do think that story-wise, it could reach the level of I think Spectacular is like the best, but we'll see what they do with like next season. I think I have to see like 2 more seasons of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man to see because I think this one was solid because like Spectacular, like those first 2, like boom boom, like it is like so good, but it's a solid start. I like it, and I believe like next season's like next year. I believe.
Yeah, it's already done, edited, and ready to go.
We have that and Brand New Day. Let's freaking go, damn.
Dude. Yes, it's a Spider-Man year next year.
Oh, and you got the Spider Noir show too. I know you don't care about watching
that, bro.
I'm gonna watch it. Give it a shot.
I'll watch it too, but I am gonna think it's good. I'll eat my words happily if it is.
Hey, we said the same thing about Your Funny Neighborhood, and look what happened.
Yeah, we did.
We ended up liking it more.
We should watch that stream when we announced or talked about the cast. Because I want to hear our thoughts back then.
Your Funny Neighborhood?
Yeah, we did a podcast.
Oh yeah, I forgot we did.
Yeah.
I feel like we barely talked about the show when it was coming. That's a funny thing. When it was coming out and airing, we barely talked about it.
I don't think we talked about it at all.
I think we talked about the first episode, but
right.
we were just not invested in it. But also
we weren't, and I was watching it with you guys on the phone, and I was like half paying attention, and I'm like, and I never watched it. I never watched the second episode, so I kind of fell behind. But Shout out Hudson Thames. You do a great job. And I like the animation style of the show, too.
The only thing I don't like about it is when, like, the first episode specifically, they stand still sometimes. Like, the background.
Oh, yeah.
They stand still. It's weird. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready to get into this Q&A?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's do it. Wow, we spent 20 minutes talking about that. That's pretty good. All right. So this is the Q&A. So basically, yeah, people ask Mr. AP some freaking questions.
What?
And yeah, he answers them to the best of his ability. So Matapple says, "Hello, Alex.
Tapple.
Hope you're doing fine. Is the symbiote left by Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock on Tom Holland's Spider-Man's Earth going to have any importance in the overall plot of Spider-Man Brand New Day? Not talking about just appearing in a post-credit scene as a tease for the future." He said, "On the advice of counsel, I invoke my Fifth Amendment privilege."
All right.
All right.
So he's pleading the
Interesting.
fifth?
Yeah.
I think it's a post-credit scene. I don't.
Yeah. I mean, usually when you plead the fifth, you know something. You can't say anything about it. And he wasn't going to say, no, I don't know anything about it, because then he would have his credential or his credibility revoked because he lied. So he can't say nothing.
Yes.
So it's very likely that's the case. Jordan D asks, "Hey there, Alex. Hope everything is well with you. Since you said Brand New Day is going to have the big animated series vibe, does that mean just in tone or how the characters were portrayed, like J. Jonah and Spider-Man doing more insults to villains?" He said, "In tone mostly. It really does feel like a comic book brought to life." That is what we want to see.
Yeah.
That is what we're talking about. Not necessarily right from the animated series, but the vibe. That's what I want. Similar vibe, but
I cannot wait to see like the first look of this movie.
See, it's that world building. I really want I want New York to feel like its own character. You know what I mean? I love that about
filming in New York, but you know.
Yeah, I know. I wish, or at least
those set photos were sick though. But,
they do look good. It looks good. Very good. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. What do you think / know Scorpion is going to look like? Insomniac's metallic armor look, classic design, or a bit of both? I actually saw this, and that inspired the post on Instagram today. A classic mix of both, closer to your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, baby. I love that look, too. And they took that... What? You really don't like it?
I don't like Scorpion's costume in the show.
You're tripping. You are tripping, my friend. Hold on. But that makes sense, though, because the Scorpion in the show, he looks just like Michael Mando.
He does.
He does. But hold on a second. Let me pull this up for the people.
Here we go. This man.
You are yeah. Okay, we gotta unshare this for 1 second, just so I can. You're telling me you do not like this costume?
I like the mask, but everything else, it just seems like he's wearing tactical gear. I prefer the Insomniac costume.
That's like the same thing, except he's just got arm sleeves.
Yeah, but it looks like he's going to a Halloween party, like without the tail.
No.
Okay. There's nothing to write home about. It's all right. What are you doing now?
I'm looking at the Scorpion. Yeah, okay.
This is better. Yeah, that's better. This is better.
Yeah, it looks good, but I don't know. I don't think he needs all of that.
But like, all thing I would change is like the feet and like the hands shit. Like you have them in like normal. But
Well, you don't like that with the 3 hands?
I mean, unless unless he only has 3 fingers, and yeah. I haven't played the first game in a while, so like I don't know. I mean, but the show, it's all right. Like the show's costume, it's okay. It's just I hope it.
Yeah,
I hope it's not beat for beat the same though. I hope it's like
I'm sure it'll be a little bit different.
Because he said
But-
like a mix of both, but close.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. What does he mean though? A mix of a mix of both classic and Insomniac, but as well as that one. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Alex. Hope your I thought he said hope your arm went well.
You don't
Hope
have to
your
read. You
exam
don't have
went-
to read. Just get to the question.
How do you think Tom Holland is going to play the character, and is this his last trilogy? I might see this as his last trilogy, to be honest. Damn.
Well, he's
That's-
saying that he thinks that it's. He's not saying.
Yeah, I know, but that just it felt kind of bittersweet. I just got like when I first heard about that, I was a little in my feels a little bit. I know it's
Do you
not
think
true.
it's his last? Do you think it will be his last trilogy?
It really depends on the timeline of when it all finishes, how they go, because he's like 28, 29, right?
He's 29 now. He's the same age as Toby was when I believe the second movie came out. I think.
Yeah, so he's about almost 30. This movie's coming out next year, and it depends because Secret Wars will probably have concluded when the next one comes out. It really depends because we're probably going to be looking at him in his mid to late 30s when he's done with this trilogy. So it's possible.
I think what they'll do is that this will be the last trilogy of him being the main Spider-Man, but the next set of movies will feature Miles, and he'll be the lead, but Tom will come back if he wants to. Like if he wants, like I think what they'll do, they'll give him like a Mission Impossible type ending, where like the sixth movie, they're not gonna kill him off, but they'll give him an ending to where they leave the door open if he wants to come back or not. That's what I think they'll do.
That's a good idea because, yeah, and it also depends where his stance is with the character after this second trilogy. So I like that idea, unless he's like very adamant, like, yeah, let's go. I want to do another trilogy or at least another couple movies. But I think your stance is the best route to go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've always liked that hit because having him give the torch back to Miles and have him.
Because Thomas said he wants to do that. Like he wants to team up with Miles in the future.
Yeah, and because like these 3 movies are going to be his most important movies as him as Spider-Man. I'm a firm believer in that.
Yeah. But
Right.
also, I saw people like in the past say like, "Oh yeah, we could get when he was casted, we could get like 3 trilogies." I was like, "That's unrealistic." People get older. You're like, I mean, he took a break between No Way Home and this movie, rightfully so. But the thing is, 9 movies playing the same, you're not gonna get that with people. Like, people like to move on and do other things. But I think that he loves playing the character. But I do think that he will eventually he will be like, okay, it's time for Miles to come in and take over and have the spotlight, and as he should. So, but that's like a long way away. Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, and Tom already likes to do other roles in addition to his breaks between doing the Spider-Man related projects. So,
but I don't think he'll die. I don't think they'll do the death of Spider-Man in the 6th movie. I think that they'll give him an ending to where like, okay, this could be the last one if you want it, but if you want to come back in the future, you can. And I think that's what they should do because he's the most popular actor to play Spider-Man. And so, yeah.
Yeah. Next question is a pretty quick one. Do you think there's a chance Spider-Man can appear in any of the shows? Only if Marvel and Sony come to an agreement.
No.
And I don't. Who would want that?
Well, that's because people want him to appear in Daredevil and stuff, like the Daredevil show.
Oh yeah, I don't know why my head was at the animated shows, but okay, I can understand that. But yeah, I don't see it really happening. Yeah, that freaking company. Hey, Alex, hope everything's good with you. Thanks for doing this. Is there anything you can tell us about Sadie Sink's role in Brand New Day? AP says, all my sources agree on is that she is an ally to Peter and not Spider-Man.
What does that? Like, what does that mean? Like,
basically, someone who doesn't know he's Spider-Man. She's aware of Spider-Man, but like isn't on a.
Well, I know that. I would hope that she's aware of Spider-Man, but I'm just saying, like, ally to Peter, like, like I don't know.
Pretty much, probably means she's like a friend or like an acquaintance. Helps him out with stuff.
Maybe she's his new best friend. I don't know.
I don't know. You think best friend?
Listen, here's the thing. This Marvel has a tendency of doing this, where, because the more time goes on and we don't know who she's playing, the more I think there's a high chance it's a regular or original character and it's not a comic book character. Because Marvel has a tendency of doing this, where they'll cast a popular actor and people like speculate for like weeks or months on who this actor's playing, and then you find out, oh, it's this. Like, oh, okay. Like they did, for example, they did this with Giancarlo Esposito. And Captain America Brave New World, he was sidewinded. I don't even know the character's name, and he was barely in the movie. And that's what I think Sadie Sink will have a bigger role than Giancarlo did in that movie. But it's just like the more time goes on, I'm like, I don't think anybody knows who she's playing, and I'm getting the vibe that it's a random character. Just a random, normal character. I don't know. That's just, I hope I'm wrong. I'm hoping she's playing like maybe Carly Cooper or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm as more time goes on that we don't know, I'm kind of leaning with you on that.
Yeah.
Because they want us to speculate. They want people to speculate.
And people are gonna. So
we're just eating out of their palm of their hands at this point with it.
Yeah.
All right. Do you think? Oh yeah, this is an interesting one. Do you think that Toby and Andrew's stories will end after Secret Wars, or do you think there might be plans for them in the future? Toby Maguire's and Andrew Garfield's story will end after Avengers: Secret Wars. I love that. Done. Put him to bed. I think you even said that in the past.
Oh yeah, like all like the pre-MCU, like the 2000s Marvel stuff, them getting brought back is to properly end their stories. That's what this is for. And Secret Wars is going to serve as that. So it's going to be bittersweet.
Yeah.
You're never going to see Toby and Andrew play Spider-Man again.
Yeah. Especially freaking Arachnid Criminal Man. We never
Here
need
we
to
go.
see him
Here we
back.
go.
Again. Never have him come back. Satisfy his stupid crap storyline. We don't even know it's TASM 3. We don't need that. Okay? Not having it. Okay.
What was that for? Like, what was that? Why did you say
I don't like it. He's not Spider-Man. I will die on that hill. I'm sorry. You know this. You've known this for like multiple years.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
I was wondering whether the symbiote has more significance than just giving Spidey the black suit and making Scorpion venom, because you mentioned about the symbiote piece also causing an incursion. Thank you for the symbiote does belong to another universe, so the more time it spends on Earth 616, the more the boundaries between the universes cause friction against each other until they break. What do you make of that?
I honestly do not know.
I don't either. The only thing I can think of is remember when Miles was in a different universe and he was like,
Glitching out?
yeah. Is
Well,
that
I
what he
think
means?
with this, I think he's saying that with incursions will happen. And you know, in the comics, like that's when like an Earth combines with another Earth. And I think that's what he's saying. But I don't know. It's weird. I'm surprised that a symbiote would cause that.
Yeah. All right. The first question was with Brand New Day, we already know that 5 villains are in the film. Seems like Mr. Negative won't be a main one. Rip. If that is the case, because we know villains such as Scorpion, Tarantula, Boomerang, Ramrod, and Tombstone are just side ones. Who's the main villain Spider-Man is fighting? And my other question is, are we expected to see just those 5 or 6 or more? Thank you very much. For starters, Mr. Negative is not in the movie. Double rip. When I shared the article detailing samurai-based character and an Asian-based villain, which was later confirmed by the Spider-Man Costumes Department's Pinterest board, it was not intended to confirm Mr. Negative's appearance in this movie, but rather that of another character entirely. Do I know who it is? No, but I don't think they're the main villain of the film. That doesn't answer jack shit. Oh wait, there's more. Hold on, there's more. The idea behind the multiple side villains that we're seeing reported by multiple scoopers isn't because the scoopers are confused. A good majority of those villains are being reported are meant to be a part of an opening montage similar to the Fantastic Four First Steps, where we would see Spider-Man take on these villains over the years since Spider-Man No Way Home, and we'll see how with each passing battle, Peter would upgrade his suit, reaching the one we see in Brand New Day. Okay, that does give us something. All right, I like that. You and I feel like I've said that for a long time. Show us what Peter's been doing. What, are you laughing at me or something?
Yes, you're an idiot. You're like, oh wait, that doesn't answer jack shit. Oh wait, there's more.
Show us what he's been doing over the 3 years that. I just read what you sent me.
I'm gonna have to, bro. I'm sorry.
Show us what's been going on. I do like that. That's probably what a lot of these villains that have been talked about are going to be appearing in, like Tarantula, Boomerang, etc. That's how they're going to be incorporated and shown.
It also puts to bed like some worry that they're going to be like, are we going to have too much villains like a past, like a TASM 2 and Spider-Man 3 type situation? To where to where we're gonna like they're just gonna like be opening montage villains, which I'm glad that they are, because I never saw them as like those villains are not like overarching like big bads. They're not main villains. So, but it's cool that they'll be. I do hope that like I do kind of want to see like the costumes, especially of Tarantula, because he has like a cool costume in the comics. So I'm interested to see like how the opening montage. I think it'll be like a cold open of like the montage will serve as not the cold open, but like the montage will serve as like, oh yeah, like they'll show like him throughout these years, like just helping people, like being with kids, like saving people, and like defeating these villains and stuff. And then like the movie will start, and then like because I think like my prediction, I'm still standing on this, is that the opening, outside of the opening montage, to catch us up what Peter has been doing, I think they will show us like an opening battle, and I still want it to be where we do not see Tom's face until he comes back to his apartment from this battle, this opening battle, whatever. So, yes, and I like that they're following the Fantastic Four formula a little bit. Like they showed us because the Fantastic Four, they show like the montage of like how they became the Fantastic Four, and then they showed us some stuff like what they were doing and how they use their powers and stuff as a family.
Yeah, they don't need to go into super big depth. They just kind of for lack of a better term, gloss over it and give us a little rundown. That's all it's needed.
Yeah.
Who are some of the villains planned to be the main villains for Tom's second trilogy? Wilson Fisk, Venom, Tombstone, Hammerhead, and Prowler are some of the names I've heard. Love them all. Please give them to me.
Yeah. I think that Venom will serve as, I think Matt Gargan's going to get it. I don't think we're going to have an Eddie Brock in this. Especially if you've seen Michael Mando's pose, you know that like he's been teasing, oh yeah, I'm going to get this symbiote. Like he's been teasing it a lot. And if that psychotic motherfucker gets a symbiote, oh boy. But could you imagine this is the last movie, like the 6th movie, but it's Peter and Miles to take them on? But you have 3 of the most popular Spider-Man characters in one movie with Peter, Miles, and Venom. Like that.
Yeah.
$2 billion. I'm sorry, $2 billion, man. But
$2 billion. Easily.
But that I do like. Well, we gotta see Kingpin, bro. It's gotta be. If it's not in this movie, it has to be in the next movie. Like,
yeah,
please.
I just talked about in a video. Just talked about in a video I made. Like, yes, it's been great seeing him in Daredevil and seeing them square off time after time, but Wilson Fisk is a Spider-Man villain too. We need to see it. It's about damn time.
I think because apparently the original idea was in this movie it was going to be Spider-Man and Daredevil taking on Kingpin, and that's not happening. But I feel like since Tom loves this, this idea was just so good they had to do it now for the 4th movie that they're pushing the Kingpin stuff to like a later date, like the later film, which I'm not opposed to. But
yeah,
Tombstone, Hammerhead, and Prowler, I do like that. Like, you know, the mob stuff. I'm interested in seeing that.
I think. Other than Fisk and Venom, I'm most excited to see Prowler in live action.
I hope they bring back Childish Gambino.
Donald Glover, yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
I think they will.
I like that costume in Across the Spider-Verse. I like this.
Yeah, and they already introduced him in Homecoming and all that stuff, so they gotta bring him back. They just like they brought back Michael Mando, they're gonna bring him back.
Yeah, they got you.
What were we gonna say?
I was gonna say like I really want to see Tombstone in live action, so that's gonna be cool because I like his look in Spectacular Spider-Man. He's so cool in that show.
Yeah, I feel like we've been done justice for a lot of Tombstone in like shows and games and stuff, movies. All right, with the symbiote now in the sacred timeline, it'll obviously attached to Spider-Man and seemingly Scorpion too. Could we see the symbiote bond with some other humans and heroes and villains over time? Not something that's in the cards at the moment. Fair.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, me either.
How will Brand New Day pick up on No Way Home's ending with everyone forgetting about Peter Parker? I think this was a good one. Good answer he had here. Everyone will care about Spider-Man, but barely anyone will care about Peter. Even Peter won't care about himself. To quote Spider-Man 2, he has nothing left except Spider-Man.
That's what we love to hear. We love to hear it.
Yes. I love it. Oh, and that's the last one.
I think that this movie is really going to serve, like, the point of the film is the theme of it will be him finding himself again in Peter. Not Spider-Man, but him finding himself in Peter. And I think the catalyst for that will be Zendaya's MJ. So I am interested to see like how they do that dynamic. But the big question that I really want answered: who the hell is this goddamn main villain, bro? Like,
yeah.
Who do you like? Because I made a list like who I think the potential main villain is. And hold on, let me see if I can find it. So I said this is like the potential. I made like 7, and I know people said Mr. Negative is not in it, but I still put him on there. Until we find out who it is, he's gonna be on the list.
Yeah, you can't trust these damn scoopers sometimes, man.
I put Sin Eater. That would be something. Hammerhead. Alistair Smythe. Craven. The Chameleon. Mr. Negative. And Norman Osborn.
Interesting. Mine is, want to know something interesting? My prediction is none of them.
Who is it?
I think it's going to be, he's not going to be necessarily a villain, but he's going to be the main antagonist. It's going to be the Punisher.
Really?
He's going to be trying to kill all these villains in this movie, and it's Tom's duty as Spider-Man to try and save them and prevent him from killing them all. And that's going to be causing a lot of friction. And I think he could potentially be trying to kill Hulk too. But Hulk's going to be Savage Hulk and trying to kill everybody and just doing whatever he does. And I think the Punisher is the main antagonist, not villain in this movie.
But people are saying that it's a villain that's causing all like the 3 of them to like go at each other. Like they're it's somebody scheming.
Who said that?
A bunch of scoopers are saying it. Hold on. You can't just put Punisher and Hulk in a movie and without it being like a villain orchestrating it, especially the Hulk part. Like we haven't seen Savage Hulk. We haven't seen Hulk be Hulk since he got bitched by Thanos in Infinity War. And that was damn near about to be 10 years. That was 8 years. Wait, what was it? Like 8? Oh yeah,
7.
Yeah, 7. Yeah, like fuck. So there has to be. First off, you can't make a Spider-Man movie without it being like you gotta have a villain in there. So like it has to be I'm banking on Craven right now. If it's not Mr. Negative, I'm banking on Craven.
Craven.
Yes.
I don't think it's Craven, bro.
Hey, it doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter what you or I think because we don't fucking know. But I don't know. I think it's Craven. Like with the tanks. Like who is driving a tank other than Craven? Think about it. Like
Mr. Negative.
It makes he ain't driving a damn tank. Think about it.
His minions, his demons.
No, in the game, Craven had a bunch of arsenal and weaponry. Punisher could even steal some of that weaponry, and he could take out Craven's like army or whatever. Because what if Craven takes over New York? What if Craven was hired? Because the government in the MCU is shady as fuck. So what if the government hires him to go after like the Hulk, and Hulk ends up in New York, and then Punisher sees like all these dudes, like, you know, I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, but it could. I don't know. I just don't think the other I think Alistair Smythe would work. That could work, like the Spider Slayers. I could see that. The Chameleon I could see, but like, I don't know.
I literally have no idea then.
That's the thing. Like, that's the thing. It has to. I can see Craven manipulating a lot of events in this movie.
If it is Craven, they are doing a damn good job keeping it under wraps because I have not even heard any predictions or a sniff of that. But yeah. I'd love it because I love Craven.
I'm just saying, somebody said that the movie's like tonally. A scooper said this. tonally, it's like Craven's Last Hunt.
Yeah, it did.
But the Chameleon could be a villain that orchestrates events and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I just get the vibe.
They are brothers.
Yeah. I just get the vibe right now. It's Craven.
Guess we'll see. I mean, I'll be happy if that's the case.
Yeah. Especially if he's like the freaking game. Shit.
I wonder who they're going to cast for that. Ooh.
I don't know.
Who's that big mofo? The freaking I forget his name. He was in that show. He's like this big jacked guy.
Alan Richardson?
Let me look it up.
Alan Richardson?
I'm looking it up.
From Reacher?
Yeah.
Yeah, Alan Richardson?
Yeah.
He would be a good one, yeah.
He's 6'3", too. He's tall.
He'd
be my fan casting for Craven.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look at this. There's this this picture of him with like long hair. 1 second. Hold on, bear with me. Like, look at this. Like, you just like name it a little bit. There you go. That's freaking Craven, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, he just make it black and
I dig it. But
I don't know. I just get the vibe that it's Craven. Like the fact that we don't know who the main villain is of a Spider-Man movie is crazy.
I mean, if you're right, more props to you. You're the only one who knows Spider-Man, I think, more than me, other than probably Darius. But
I'm just thinking, like, there's a fucking tank. Who the hell else is driving a tank? Like, I don't know. And there was a tiger on that tank. I'm just saying.
I just wonder what the demon or whatever that logo means.
I don't think it means anything. I don't know. Because Craven in the game, he had tanks, man. That man had a whole army. He took over New York.
He did.
That motherfucker was a damn. I don't know. Let me look at the list. Hold on. Because, okay. Alistair Smythe. Yeah, I think it's either Alistair Smythe. It's between three people. Alistair Smythe. If it's not Mr. If the rumor, like, if Mr. Negative is certainly, if he's not in this movie, I think it's between the Chameleon, Craven, and Alistair Smythe. Those are my picks.
Craven, Chameleon, and Alistair Smythe.
Yeah, if it's true that if it's true that Mr. Negative isn't in the movie,
You know what? I'm in agreement with you there.
It's got to be Craven, man. Who the hell is? Because apparently, like the Punisher's in that chase sequence. There's a tank. Like,
yeah, his van's there.
Yeah, he's driving his van. Like, I hope
that's gonna be an epic.
I hope no, because Spider-Man's on the top of his van and he's talking to him, and Punisher's pointing a gun at him. Oh man, I hope the quipping in that scene is going to be hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Frank's going to get annoyed.
What are you doing on my van, webhead?
Out of my van, webhead. What is that? What is that? Did they ever get an F-bomb in this movie by Frank? I kind of hope so.
Yeah.
Get one PG-13. You get one. Do it. Do it.
See, if you get one, why can't you just have a bunch? Like, you already said it once. Who? I don't. Whatever. All right, RJ. Any other closing remarks you got as we wait continually?
I hope we get more set photos that are not that they want to be taken. Obviously, we're not going to cover like set photos inside the studio. No.
Yeah. None of that are like people sneaking on there. Yeah. Hopefully soon, and maybe just some more announcements as we continue to go on. We're almost at the 11-month mark till this movie, so
damn, it's gonna be a crazy ride.
It's gonna be a long wait.
Yeah. I think once we get the January, the playoffs of the NFL,
Smooth sailing.
Smooth sailing. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you soon. Hopefully, we're gonna do another ranking soon on the next episode. I think we're gonna do that Spider-Man the fight ranking video. Maybe on top 10. I think that'll be good.
Ooh.
But thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.